Under a proposed plan, Americans would save more money for retirement by increasing the amount they can put into their 401k plans. The change would also make it possible for people to keep their money in these accounts for a more extended period. The Secure Act 2.0 was passed by a vote of 414 to 5. This bill will raise the contribution limits for older employees and let businesses offer workers a little money as a reward for registering for the retirement plan. This bipartisan procedure would build on the retirement policy changes made in 2019. These changes raise people's age to start withdrawing money from their pension from 70.5 to 72. If the expense is passed by the Senate and becomes a law, the age for getting a pension will increase over the next decade to 75 years old. This would also be good for the financial services industry because it usually charges people based on how big their pension is. Senators are likely to consider changing this expense, and they might add it to a more important bill later this year. The plan would benefit aging individuals with healthy bodies and healthy checking accounts. In the short term, it seems like a tax cut, stated Mark Erie, a senior fellow at the Brookings organization who managed national retirement policy while in the U.S. Treasury Department during the Clinton and Obama administrations. According to Boston College's Center for Retirement Research, roughly half of American households are in danger of seeing their living requirements decrease after retirement because of a shortage in cost savings. The proposed legislation suggests gradually increasing the age at which savers need to start taking money out of 401k type accounts and traditional individual retirement accounts from 72 to 75. People who save money in these accounts will have to start withdrawing it at 72 and pay any due taxes. This can be frustrating for taxpayers who are still working or trying to make their savings last in retirement. While the law, if enacted, would help people who can manage to leave their cash untouched, it might expose them to greater tax expenses in future years. When required circulations start, they would be withdrawing more money yearly over a smaller period, stated Ed Slott, an IRA expert. About 80% of people subject to compulsory retirement account distributions withdraw more than the required minimum since they need the money, said Mr. Slott. Individuals 50 and older can contribute an extra $6,500 a year to 401k-style retirement accounts for $27,000. The bill would require catch-up contributions to be made after taxes. The costs would produce about $36 billion, according to congressional quotes, to assist spending for itself in the next decade, in part by needing workers ages 50 and older who make extra contributions to 401k design strategies starting in 2023 to do so through Roth accounts. These require people to contribute after tax cash, giving up the tax deductions they would get with a standard 401k. It would also permit employers to offer workers to transport matching contributions into Roth account. Those modifications aren't truly tax increases that cover the expenses of tax cuts. Instead, the Roth-style accounts provide the government money quicker, throughout the congressional budgeting window, at the cost of future income beyond the following years. Other steps are intended to spur retirement cost savings among part-time employees, 401k individuals with trainee loans, and savers with low to moderate incomes. A measure would make it necessary for employers to automatically enroll their employees in retirement savings plans, like 401k plans. The measure would exempt small businesses with 10 or fewer workers and those who have been in business for less than 3 years. Employees would have the ability to opt out if they choose. It would allow plan sponsors to provide little instant monetary rewards, such as money or gift cards to individuals for signing up. If a worker does not contribute enough to their 401k account to get the full match from their employer, then their employer can start contributing to a different account for them in 2023. This account would be similar to a 401k, but it would be for workers paying off their student loans. The cost of saving for retirement would encourage people with low or moderate incomes to keep more. The government would give people credit for saving money, which many people do not do enough. This change would start in 2027, and the credit would be 50% of up to $2,000 a year in savings. Starting in 2023, employers will allow part-time employees who work at least 500 hours a year to participate in 401k preparations after 2 years on the job instead of 3 years. If the Labor Department creates an online database, people can look for lost pensions. People lose their pensions because they change jobs and leave their 401k design accounts with their former companies. Some people cannot find the money. Stay tuned with us and check back for more information by subscribing to this channel, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications.